Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart to Heart Forged by Fire Inspiring Moments. First, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers this day who are joining us and all over the world. This is a day of celebration for you. As a mother, we wear many, many hats. I know I've raised 6 children and spiritually mothered many others. And I'm so grateful to have done that. So I'm wishing you wellness and lots of joy and laughter today. Enjoy yourselves and celebrate you. Even if someone doesn't call, celebrate you and know that you've given your best. So let's get started. Today, we're going to continue our series on living life abundantly with our focus still on unprecedented hope. Today, I want to talk to you about he who plants a tree of hope plants a tree of life. How can we do that? I know you may be wondering what that's all about, and also how can one do that? I too wondered myself when it came into my spirit. I had lots of questions. Well, how is that? What is that? And how can we do that? Well, since we're asking questions, and since I've asked those questions, I've got a few answers, just a bit, just some. So first, there's a sequence with a key. There are 3 key ingredients. Keys are always great. And you'll find that I'll talk a lot about keys, but these are keys that you can actually utilize. So I want you to know that you can utilize these keys, and I hope they help you today. I hope you gain some nuggets, and I hope you continue to be inspired. So let's jump into our keys. We need to plant this tree, and the things that we need are hope, faith, and trust. But they're not in this order exactly. So we need the second one in order to acquire faith. And in order to have faith, we first have to choose to believe. Well, what truly is belief? One may ask. And so belief is this. To believe is, it's defined as an acceptance, that it's a statement which is true, or that something exists. Belief is also trust, faith, and confidence in someone or something. So first we have to choose to believe. Then it helps us to gain trust. So in order to believe in something, I had to believe and trust that there would be an outcome for me, whether it was in a person or in something. So like for us, we have jobs, many of us, and some have lost those jobs. But when we went in and we got hired, or if we do a service for someone, we have a business, or even if we take care of people, or we have those who love us, our expectancy is, first with our job, that we will get a paycheck at the end of the pay period. We don't call HR, we don't keep calling and say, I put my hours in day, this, and that. Some of us, it's once we sign that contract, we have an expectation, an expected end. We expect that they're going to pay us. If we render a service, it's the same thing. As we're taking care of someone, sometimes we expect that we will be appreciated. Then other things that we are doing, if we set goals, we expect and hope for an outcome. So we put trust in our actions as we're doing. Our actions are also our hope as we take steps, and the next steps we expect because we're working toward an expected end. So that means we have confidence that there is going to be an expected end in what we believe as we go, as we do actions, as we continue forward in things, as we have relationships. We many times expect that the person or persons or people in general that we have relationships with in different categories are going to treat us the same love, the same respect, the same support that I give you, you're going to give it back to me. Well, that doesn't always work. So we have to believe that what we give is genuine enough that we're sowing seeds into someone, that we're watering what somebody else may have sown. Sometimes people don't give back what we expect or what they're giving from us, but don't lose hope. Don't get discouraged, because there is always an outcome. And so we're going to talk today about positive relationships. We're also later on going to get into some 8 healthy habits and things that we need to set boundaries in positive relationships. But that's some of our focus today, but not our key focus. So remember, I said our key focus is he who plants a tree of hope plants a tree of life. And so we're going to go back to, like I said, belief defined is an acceptance, which is a statement that is true or that something exists. It is also trust. It is also faith and confidence in someone or something. So the first thing that we have to do is choose to believe. Then we can trust. And from trust, we endeavor to hope or desire what is unseen or hasn't happened yet. And so in this unprecedented time, we need an unprecedented hope to sustain us so that our trees of hope will flourish, so that what we're planning or what we planted before, we can continue to expect and hope that it will. Some have become discouraged because many, from their livelihood, their businesses have been closed. Their businesses have had to close because of what is happening in our globe. So that was their livelihood. So some have had to, they went bankrupt, or they were dependent or depending upon, some got approved for the paycheck grants that went out and the funding that is supporting, and grants are for charitable organizations and some others. Some people thought this was money they don't have to pay back, but some will be forgiven if you meet certain criteria of that type of funding, but make sure you check it out. So some are receiving hope in that. They are able to keep their employees. They're able to keep their businesses going. And then some have had to close their doors. So yes, what they hoped in and what they've invested in, what they envisioned, what they actually walked out and began to put in place. Some are still hopeful that when they open back up, their revenue will come back to increase. Some are believing that, you know what, I'm not going to throw in the towel, I'm not going to give up, but I'm going to trust and continue to hope that I will have a good or a profitable, or it will turn around in the positive realm for me. Those who are not losing their hope will stay inspired. And I believe that they will continue to overcome because they will build resilience. So hope gives us a sense of resilience through trials, through challenges, through anxiety, through when we get overwhelmed. It builds a resilience in us to be able to keep going, to have a confidence that this will pass. And you know what? This is not the end for me, but I will triumph and have greater outcomes than I have right now. So it aids us to have that resilience and vitality and go forward in our mindset. It aids us in reconfiguring and re-strategizing on how we should approach things, to put other things in place. Maybe we need to reconfigure things in our businesses or in our services that we're giving. So this has been a time of strategy and creative thinking process have gone to activate. We are no longer in our status quo anymore, if you will. Business is not as usual, and many of us have had to come up with creative ideas. We've had to press through the challenges of going online and using social mediums and to reach our audiences and to reach further and sell our businesses. Why? Because we are trying to ensure that our businesses, that our services, that those we serve and those we desire to serve are still being reached. Hope gives us that. It is a part, I do believe, of our 6 basic human needs. As I said previously before, and some of you may have watched the video, it is a part of us, because if we don't have hope, we begin to wither, just like a plant in the sun. A plant needs photosynthesis. Some need more sunlight than others. Some need more water than others. Some need different types of conditions in order to thrive, in order to flourish. What conditions do you need to change where you are? Are you in a dry place right now? Are you in a fruitful place right now? And if you desire from the dry place to get to the fruitful place, how can you do that? What steps can you take? So I'm going to talk today. Where is your faith today? And do you have faith in something? Perhaps someone. Is it delivering for you? What are the outcomes? Are they sure? Are they temporal things that you're trusting in that are temporal but fade away and can't really help you? It's becoming stagnation in your life. Are your hopes or the things you're hoping in evident? Is it producing evident outcomes? As I stated before and previously, where are you standing right now? Are you in a dry place or are you in a flourishing place right now? There are some things that we need to look at. As I stated before, in this unprecedented time, we need an unprecedented hope to sustain us so that our trees of hope will flourish. You're a tree of hope. You're a tree of life. And you need to understand that you are trees of righteousness, planted by living waters. And because of your roots go deep in the ground and those roots go down, you will flourish. So you need to understand that that will cause you to produce an abundant or bounty of harvest, a fruitful harvest. And so I want to talk to you today also about, scripture tells us this in Hebrews 11, 1 and 3. It says, now faith is the substance, the assurance, the title deed, the confirmation of things hoped for, divinely guaranteed, and the evidence of things not seen, the conviction of their reality. And the faith comprehends as fact what cannot be experienced by the physical senses. For by this kind of faith, the men of old gained divine approval. By faith, that is, with an inherent trust and enduring confidence in the power, wisdom, and goodness of God, we understand that the worlds were formed, the universe, the ages were framed and created. They were formed but put in order and equipped for the intended purpose. Look around you. Nature speaks to us. He spoke and it came to pass. There is life in your tongue. Your tongue creates your hope. Your tongue will take from your hope and cause you to dry up and to wither. Just like if a plant doesn't receive the proper nutrition, it will dry up, it will wither, it will die, it will become diseased or crooked. What is affecting your hope? Think about, look around. Creation was made. And with our tongues, creation comes from us. Creation lives inside of us. And so what we speak about, whether good, bad, ugly, indifferent, those who are around us, if they're speaking good, we flourish. If they are speaking negatively, we begin to wither. Our spirits become heavy. Matter of fact, it influences us. And if we're not careful, we'll take on those mindsets too. Be careful what is around you. I want to further tell you this. And we are equipped for, as I said, the things that were framed and formed from creation around us, they have been equipped for their intended purpose. You too are equipped for a purpose. You too have something to do. You too are vital. You too have something to add, not only to those around you, but humanity itself. You are vital. You are needed. You are acceptable, and you're an asset to someone. By the word of God, so that what is seen was not made out of things which are visible. That is what hope is. Hope is faith in an assurance, a title deed, a confirmation, and things that are hoped for and divinely guaranteed. It's an evidence of things that we have not seen yet. It's an evidence of things that have not come to pass yet. It's an evidence of tangibility. I have a home. I believed I would own a home. I went to God and I prayed and I said, Lord, I don't know what you have in store for us, but I trust that you are faithful And we will not only have a home, we will have the home that we desire. And possibly our desires don't even meet the expectations and goodness that you have for us. So we receive your faithfulness. Today, I'm still in that home 20-something years later. I remember walking back and forth before the window, praying and trusting God, casting my cares upon him, giving over my anxieties to him. There are many things in my life that at times I felt overwhelmed, but in God's goodness, I remembered if I just keep hope, then I would have the outcomes even greater than what I'm expecting. And he has done it each and every single time. That doesn't mean, as I said before, that I got everything I wanted, but I got everything I needed. And even beyond that, he has rewarded me with the desires of my heart because I put my trust and my hope and faith in him constantly. So, where are you today in your hope? Where is your faith today? Where is your hope lying? What does your tree of hope look like? What are you planting? Because he who plants a tree of hope plants a tree of life. Your harvest will bring forth life. It will be evident in what you plant. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and his righteousness. For me, it is evident that where I have placed my hope, I can trust for living, giving outcomes, not that are not, no matter what I face or how it seems, even it is, I can trust him. I can trust that those tangible outcomes I will aspire to receive. I trust in him. I found the outcomes have always been for my good, even when it's not what I desired or what I thought was going to take place. And we're better for me than I could have imagined. They were always a better outcome, not only for me, but all those around me and those connected to me. It's been good. And so what else do I have to tell you? How can one sustain, excuse me, his or her hope and begin to flourish? Here's just a few ways. If you recall last week, I said I believe hope is a component of our basic human needs. Therefore, it is a key ingredient to us flourishing, so that if we are planting trees of hope and expecting them to produce crops of life, we must understand and hope that hope causes us to have a desire for things like joy, enjoyment. It produces these things of joy, things of enjoyment, excitement, achievement, significance, companionship, love, intimacy, and even more than that. It goes beyond our imagination and the things that we could fathom or even think of. It truly gives us blessings. So flourishing encompasses this. It encompasses well-being. Flourishing is a part of hope, and hope causes us to flourish. If you remember what I said previously, it encompasses our well-being, happiness, and life satisfaction. However, flourishing has its own subcomponents also, meaning this: does your life have meaning? These are just some of the components that it has. Feeling acceptable, feeling significant, being significant. Those around you, do they have meaning in your life? Are they supportive to you? Do they add to you, or do they pull away from you? Purpose. Are you living in your purpose? Are you living your life on purpose, with purpose, in purpose? Do you know your purpose? Are you satisfied with what you're doing right now? What exactly are you skilled with? What are your abilities? What promotes you or sparks you or makes you happy and causes you to flourish, cause you to get excited about things? What actually makes you tick? Usually it has to do with your purpose. So remember this: live your life with purpose, in purpose, on purpose, so that you produce out of that purpose. Your autonomy. How's your health? How's your mental state? Is it adding to your well-being or is it taking away? If you find yourself that you need something or your state of mind is not where you'd like it to be, don't close yourself off. Reach out and reach up, because we're here for you. Sunrise Counseling Agency is using different mediums to meet with you and to aid you, and many other mental health professionals, they're out there to aid you and help you. Even physically, there are those who are coaching those online via get involved in something that's going to help strengthen your body and strengthen your mind so that you have mental fortitude, physical fortitude, and strength. Connect with your tribe, connect with your villages so that you can feel a part. You can receive the supports that you need. These things are necessary during these times. We may be self-quarantined, but we sure enough are not alone. Positive relationships. What are the positive relationships in your life? Are the relationships you have supportive, and do they bring you joy? Do they bring you happiness, or are they pulling you down? Self-acceptance. Are you satisfied with you? Do you like you? Do you love you? Who are you? If you know who you are, reach out and help others come into that place. If you know how to spend time with you and quality time with you, you are on point and you're going forward. Optimism. Do you have an optimistic outlook and mindset? How do you see your world around you? How do you see how you're contributing? What is the optimistic mindset that you have? And if you have it, aid somebody else to come up to that place also. Mastery. What do you excel in? And what is your gifts and talents? What skills and abilities do you have that bring you joy and aid others? And what have you achieved? Are there other things you desire to master? If so, this is a perfect time to take note and look at those things and examine some things, research some things out, make a list, see what you want to do, engage and get involved in some things. Resilience. Are you resilient even when troubles and challenges come? Are you resilient when things aren't going your way exactly? Are you resilient? Hope gives resilience to us. Are you self-determined? Do you have drive? What drives you? What keeps you going? Personal growth. Have you grown, or do you find yourself stagnant and not growing? Vitality. Do you feel physically strong? Do you have mental fortitude for your daily life and to accomplish your goals and achieve the outcomes that you desire? If not, how are you going to change that? Think about it, write it down, come up with a plan and put that plan in action. Engagement. What are you doing that you enjoy? Is it a part of your life and your goals? Do you want to travel? Start planning now. Start saving. Begin to change some things so that you can reach those goals and achieve. Want to start a business? Get up and start it. Nothing can stop you from what you're doing. It's only thing that can really stop us is that landscape between our two temples. It's how we see it. It's how we envision it. Self-esteem. How is yourself? What do you love about you? Do you like you? Are you pleased with you? Are you pleased not only with your outer appearance, but are you pleased within? What's going on inside of here? Find out. And this produces what we see on the outside. Our inner self produces what we see on the outside. Yes, here again, produces what we see and what we envision. My hope that today, this inspiring moment has helped you, that It's a hopeful that you will ponder what our discussion was about and focused on today, and that you continue to be encouraged. If there's areas in your life that are deficient and your tree is causing deficiency in your trees of hope, and it's causing your harvest to be less than what you want in your life, I say to you, you can change it. You can always nurture it with a change, because change is a part of hope also. See you next week. Until then, I pray God's blessings upon you, and I pray safekeeping upon you. I love you, and stay encouraged. Remember, he who plants a tree of hope plants a tree of life. Be blessed. Thank you for joining me today.